안녕하세요. 안녕하세요, 여러분. We just started the live stream, and somehow, somehow the camera is only picking up the the ratio is a little bit narrower.
You want to cut me off. Like in half.
So yeah, we'll do it like this today. But I don't know, like it used to be. It's supposed to be HD, like it's wider, like 16:9, but today we have a little bit of a narrower screen, so please understand that. Bear with us. Sorry about that. We have a lot of people watching already, I think. So 3 a.m. Mick ZZ.
3 a.m.
Yeah, thanks for watching at 3 a.m. I'll put the computer a little bit further away so we can both fit in. So we will have to talk a little louder, and we'll have to kind of squint to read the comments. So that's
3 a.m.이면
네.
Europe인가요? Are you in Europe?
Let us know where you are. 그리고 we have some other people joining us. Kyla, can you read it?
안녕하세요 선생님들. 저는 제 시간에 도착하기 위해 오늘 밤 일찍 퇴근했어요.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you left work a little early to arrive here on time for this. Thank you. 그 다음에 Marius Skoglund.
5분 전에 댓글 남기셨나요?
Yeah, you wrote 5 minutes ago saying 5 minutes 5분. Fantastic. 그 다음에 Carlos said.
Hi Hyojin. Hi Carlos. Much love from Mexico. I think you are
Yeah,
very
funny, very smart, and very pretty.
Thank you. Gracias.
And Rosie Cakes Able. Hello from Canada. Thank you for watching.
안녕하세요.
그다음에 J Dawn W 2003 9 p.m. here in Texas. Oh, nice.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So I think I know why the screen is not wide, but that was my mistake. I had another screen turned on, and that actually took the HD feed. Anyway.
It's always your fault.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. And Maria says, I'm from Texas too. So, yeah. It's always cool to see people that, are in the same region.
네,
and
맞아요.
they sometimes meet up. So it's great. And Chatana23, hi guys from Montreal, Canada. Hi. And Epic Hawk, thank you for watching. Good to see you again. And JDonW2003 said 9 p.m. here in Texas, letting my 5-year-old stay up late because he wants to see Hyojin. Wow.
I want to see your 5-year-old. I love babies.
That's
thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. Does he know some Korean already? We're curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name? Or her name? Or his name?
His name.
Yeah.
이름 알려주세요.
Let us know his name. 이름 알려주세요. 그리고 Kuyumi wrote 한번
어디죠?
here 여기 있어요 여기.
Hi guys, I'm in school streaming.
Are you listening to us like with earphones secretly? 그다음에 David Ryan 지금 뉴욕은 10시래요. 10시.
10시면 뭔가를 먹기에 딱 좋은 시간이에요. It's a good time to eat something.
10시에 열심히.
어머.
Gordon AZQ 안녕하세요. Thank you.
안녕하세요.
그다음에 Alec Walter Australia.
오스트레일리아는 시간이 비슷하겠죠? 2시간?
1 hour apart.
1 hour?
I think.
Okay.
So it's around noon. 그리고 Lucas Pereira 11 p.m.
Brazil. Are you getting ready for the World Cup?
Yeah. Must be excited. 그다음에 Mick
London.
ZZ. I don't know how to read this. You mentioned me 2 weeks ago right at the end. Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Awesome. So, yeah, you're in London. Awesome. That's one of my favorite cities in Europe. I don't have to say anything about... I shouldn't say which is my favorite city. But I think I keep saying that London is my favorite because that's like the city that I visited the most often. I've been there like 4 times. So I want to visit other places, new places in the future. Also, Alec Walter is watching this in his 일본어 수업, Japanese class.
頑張ってください.
頑張ってください. Yeah.
Wow, a lot of comments coming up.
Awesome. Hi from California. Hi from NY. World Wanderer 89. Cool ID. Yeah. I want to
he or she must be born in
1989. Yeah.
좋겠다.
Easy clue.
좋겠어요.
그 다음에 Paul Chong watching from Southern California. 그 다음에 Bashaer TH
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Thank you for watching from there. And 그 다음에 we have the first Assalamu alaikum. Yeah. 그 다음에 we have the first question to answer here. EB to say asks, Hi Hyojin, are you following baseball at all? Hyunjin Ryu is 6 outs away from a perfect game.
To be completely honest with you, I'm not really following baseball, but today I read an article that Suji from Nisei is doing that thingy. I don't know.
The beginning, the pitch?
Yeah. Because Ryu Hyunjin is a huge fan of her.
Ah, really?
And LA Dodgers.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And only 6 outs from a perfect game. That's amazing. Like it means.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, it means he's been doing. 6 outs is really like not that many.
So out is a bad thing.
No. I mean, you throw a lot of strikes, and then the batter is out, and so it's a good thing. Like you win 2 innings in a row. So
sorry, I'm not really following baseball.
So I'm not an expert either. 그리고 본 코츠 7 says 안녕하십니까 한국에 있는 원어민 선생님입니다. 열심히 한국어 공부하겠습니다. So he or she says, hello, I am a native English speaker teacher in Korea. I will continue studying Korean hard. 그리고 if you have any questions, please type it in. We have a lot of comments on Twitter that we got earlier, and we will start by answering some of those questions and also come back to the comments later on. So please write your comments here. If you have any questions about Korean, you can ask me too, because I'm better.
Why? I'm better in Korean.
Okay, so earlier, Tom Torned Tam on Twitter, Tom Shardlow asked in Korean, 트위터에서 반말 아니면 존댓말로 해야 되나요? 저한테 새로운 상황이에요. So he said, do I have to use casual speech or formal speech on Twitter because it's a new situation for him? On Twitter, what do you use?
I think I use 반말 because for me, Twitter is mostly like I'm talking to myself. So I use 반말.
Yeah.
But I think you use 존댓말, right?
Yeah. It really depends on the person. Like if you're just sharing information, sharing thoughts, and you don't care, like you're just talking to yourself. 반말, casual language is fine. But when you're talking to your audience, when you feel like you're talking to somebody, at least one person, you have to use 존댓말.
Yeah, I think it's just a personal preference.
Yeah, I think the kind of things that you post on Twitter, like I'm hungry, I'm sleepy, things like that. 아 배고파, 아 졸려. You don't have to use it in 존댓말, but the kind of sophisticated stuff that I post, like my puppy did this,
Wow.
you can
something that I don't really care.
Yeah, you can use 존댓말, formal language. So JDonW 2003, he wrote.
His name is William. Hi, William.
Yeah, his son.
The
Your
5-year-old son.
Okay, yeah, William.
He has about a 30-word vocabulary in Korean. Wow, that's more than Hyun's vocabulary. He can, however, sing every affix in Kara song. Wow. Word for word, say hi to William. It will make his day. 안녕, William.
William, 안녕.
I like Kara too.
Oh, really?
Hey, they're
cool.
Cute.
안녕하세요. Or we should say 안녕. In Korea, although between strangers, you have to use 존댓말 before you become friends. But, from an adult to maybe 5-year-old person or maybe...
Obviously really young child.
Obviously young child or children, you can use 반말. So please excuse us for using 반말. 안녕. Yeah. Awesome. And hi, I am NC asks the second question.
double eyelid and nose surgery cheap in South Korea?
Do you know?
I don't really know. I'm sorry.
I have no idea.
Like-
Double eyelid. I don't have a double eyelid, but some people think it's an attractive thing to have, so they actually go get it. I think double eyelid surgeries are actually
cheaper than other surgeries,
and I think double eyelid surgeries are not considered to be the plastic surgery.
Yeah, because so many people have
yeah,
done it.
Yeah.
Even when I was in high school, even my friends back in high school did that.
Yeah. So if you ever get caught up in a discussion or even a heated debate about plastic surgery in Korea, people will probably exclude the double eyelid surgery. Yeah. So they usually talk about like nose or I don't know, like other eye surgeries or something like that. But we don't really know how expensive or cheap something is in terms of plastic surgery. 그 다음에 Epic Hawk says you're cute. 효진 씨 완전히 귀여워요. 그 다음에 카일라 asks
제 질문은 저는 톡투민 코리안을 알기 전까지 친구들 도움을 받아가며 혼자 한국어 공부를 했어요.
Let me translate that
네.
until that point. So my question is, before knowing Talk to Me in Korean, I studied Korean through my friend's help.
저는 캐나다의 작은 도시에 살고 있기 때문에 한국어 공부를 위한 자료를 얻기가 힘들어요. By the way, his or her Korean is perfect so far.
Really good.
네.
I am living in a small town in Canada, so it is difficult to get Korean learning material.
저는 톡투민 코리안이 학교에 이북을 판매한다는 것을 들었어요. 그리고 저는 그걸 제 학교 친구들에게 추천해주고 싶어요.
I heard that Talk to Me in Korean is selling ebooks to schools, and I would like to recommend it to my friends working at schools.
여기에 대해서 좀 설명해 주실 수 있나요?
Can you explain a little bit more about that? We don't really sell ebooks to schools, but we do provide ebooks to libraries. So if your school library is actually a member of the Overdrive system, you can request our ebooks so that they can get it. Or if the school decides to use our material, that's fantastic news as well. So everything can be done through either Overdrive or our store, my Korean store. And Mick, I'll just call you Mick.
Mix.
Yeah, Migs asks, how did you keep up the motivation to speak English? Was there ever a point you felt like giving up? Hyojin, why did you give up speaking English? Just kidding.
Because of you.
How did you keep the motivation to speak English? Because your English is really good. Like, what was the motivation?
This is the first time you said that. Well, I have a lot of English-speaking friends. My boyfriend is from London, so like I kind of have to speak English all the time. And even at work, I use English all the time, and it's really fun.
But before that, like
even
before that, like the first time I met you, like 6 years ago, you already spoke good English.
I just like to, like before, I really did not like English. Actually, like 10 years ago. But I realized that it's not just something that you study hard. You have to study hard. I mean, you have to study hard, but it's not something that it's in the book, but it's a tool that you can communicate with other people, so it became fun. Yeah,
I mean, I think the key point is like to make it fun. Like not to just find it fun, but to make it fun. So I also tried a few different things to make it fun for myself, like using flashcards, of course, but then I would make it more. I mean, for me, right now I use flashcard apps too, like Anki or other software on my computer. But before, I had to make it physically tangible. So I used to have. I know it's hard to believe, but I used to have 5,000 different flashcards. Like under my desk, 5,000 cards, like 6,000 cards, and I would feel this huge ecstasy when I was throwing them away because I had learned them all, So I had to make it fun, if you can consider it fun.
I'm not sure it sounds fun, but yeah, whatever. I mean, if whatever it works for you. I mean, that's the best way.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So. I will also, I'm trying to, okay. Quinton Simmons. We got the question 2 weeks ago. The same question. How often do you actually see celebrities in Korea? Really depends on the person.
I would answer this question by saying not as much as you would hope, because I sense that a lot of people think that you come here, you come to Seoul, you will see celebrities all the time, but not really all the time. But it depends on where you go.
Yeah, I mean, like really depends on where you go. And I saw the YG, the head of YG Entertainment the other day. Like just randomly, he was just talking on the phone somewhere. Like, and it's not like for example, you just because you see them, you are friends with them, you talk to them because they must be busy. So like I think most people in Korea, even when they see other people who are like on TV or on the radio, they just see them and they just walk by. And then they just share the news with their friends. I saw this guy, by the way. So it is common, I guess, more common in the States than in the States, in Korea, but not
smaller.
but not as common. Kimberly Nguyen asks, Sam, 선생님, teacher, will you ever do another Korean name event? I have a Chinese name, and I'm curious what my Korean name would be. Okay, so I'm gonna look up your Korean name. Yeah, Migum, but I think the first one was I don't know. Let me check and then get back to you. So 2 years ago, or was it 3 years ago?
One.
Yeah. So your Korean name is Wan Mi-kum, Kimberly. Wan Mi-kum. So I think 2 years ago, 2 years ago, we did a Korean name giveaway event, and we asked people to submit videos where they pronounce their names correctly, because we need to know what your original name sounds like. And then we asked to see your faces, because we have to see your face to give you a Korean name that matches you, that suits you. So we did that to like 300 people.
Actually, I got a question through Twitter yesterday about this, but I suggest the person who asked the question to ask his or her friends to give them a name, because that, like, obviously they know him better than I do. So like if you have Korean friends, I think it's best to ask them to give you a Korean name.
Because there's no set rule to conjugate an English or like names in other languages into the Korean names, because it's just case by case, and they must have encountered maybe hundreds of names, and they will have an idea of like a name that suits you. Okay, and Epic Hawk asks, can I get an internship at Talk to Me in Korean? Actually, if you are interested, you can go to talktomeinkorean.com/internship, I think, and we have some information there, and we have a new intern coming in pretty soon.
Very soon.
Yeah. Talking of soon, at this point, I would like to... yes, Kimberly Nguyen, Wan Mi-kum, that's correct. That's the correct way to say it, or write it. We want to introduce a new series.
That's coming soon.
That's coming soon. Like, a lot of people actually ask for reading material. Like, we have grammar material. You can go to talktomeinkorean.com/curriculum to see all our grammar material.
And listening material.
Listening material. We have tons of listening material. We have tons of... What other material do we have?
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary material. And we have a lot of teacher material. Just kidding.
Material.
I mean, it's an expression. But anyway, we do not have a lot of reading material. So we decided to develop some reading material and then give you some lessons based on the reading material. So here's the up and coming new series called Korean Reading.
That's a very fancy name.
Yeah, very fancy. So we'll show you the video clip. It's 30 seconds long, and it's just part of a longer video, and you will see how like high or low the level is to decide for you. So here it goes.
그 결과 도서들의 할인폭이 50%를 넘어가는 경우도 발생하였는데
So the big structure of this part is 그 결과 so and so 경우도 발생하였는데 as a result 그 결과 as a result 경우 is a case and 발생하다 means to be generated or to happen. So a case or cases happened where something else happened. For example, in this case, we're talking about 도서들의 할인폭이 50%를 넘어가는 case. 도서들의 할인폭이 50%를 넘어가는 경우도 발생하였는데, so as a result, there were cases where the rate of discount rate for some books is over 50%. 50%.
그 결과 도서들의 할인폭이 50%를 넘어가는 경우도 발생하였는데
So yeah, the video is going to be played once again. So yeah, that's a quick glimpse of what we're going to do with reading material. So I hope you can enjoy that.
네.
Yeah.
되게 도움이 많이 될 것 같아요. I think it will be really useful
Yeah.
and helpful.
Yeah. Chris Curry already commented saying, "Yay, Korean reading."
Yay.
So in the beginning, we will have to work with our own in-house like articles. Like we will have to write the articles ourselves because we do not want to, use other people's copyrighted material. But we're in the talks with other publishers to use their books to actually make reading lessons.
So more and more fun and useful lessons.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's answer some more questions. Can you make a book about phrases found on social networks? Is that what you're saying? Social network? SN? Yes. We are actually working on it.
Sorry,
You just saw something that disgusted you?
Yeah.
Somebody just basically wrote, 김성국 씨, 감사합니다. So thank you for saying that I am handsome. You are the first person who ever said that after my mom and my wife. Moonstar RR1 says, what stage are you at with the coffee shop plans? We are currently at the stage of, Hyojin doesn't know anything about it. So we, the previous tenant, the current tenant of the venue is moving out as we speak, like today. They're moving out today. Yeah, and then we will break down some of the temporary walls in the coffee shop venue tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So we will have a clean, empty space. And then we've already gone through the first batch of designs, and we gave some feedback to the design firm, like we really like this part, we don't like this part, stuff like that. We want to have a huge poster of Hyunwoo on this wall, something like that, and they will come back to us, get back to us with a new design. And we also had the first tasting last week at the Ichigimchi studio. Martina actually baked everything, like not all the items on the menu, but some items that she suggested adding to the menu. So those were really like healthy options. And so we will probably have some more tasting in the future, like in the near future. And then
can I be there?
Yeah, of course.
Just for the tasting.
Yeah, but you have to have like valuable feedback, not just eat and just disappear.
You can read from my face.
Okay. And also we have to hire people, and we do not have a lot of time left. So we're like, for now, we're looking for people who are already in Korea, who already have a visa to work at least part-time, or Korean people who are bilingual, like who can speak English, who have a good personality, stuff like that. So we will. Yeah. So would you rather work in the coffee shop or in the office?
Well, where are you gonna be? That's the core question.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to have to follow me, right?
No, what?
So Francesca Capuro says, please don't make the beverages in the coffee shop too expensive. Yeah, of course, we'll try not to. Everything will be reasonably priced. And Brittany McLaughlin, please read the comments.
That's a shame if you have not been complimented more
on my looks. Thank you.
Your wife is beautiful. Yeah, I agree. Your wife is beautiful. Period.
Only the last part. All right. Libris Libertas asks,
if I am visiting Jeju Island for only 3 days, what should I see?
Jeju Island. Have you been there?
Yeah. but it was like 10 years ago. The last time I was there, it was 10 years ago. But I remember it being really delicious. The food there is delicious, and the beach, of course, is beautiful. And if you like to, like, hiking, you can go to the mountain Hala.
Mount Hala, Halasan. One thing to remember is that I mean, of course, you're not going to bring your car to Korea, but most people do not want to bring their car on a boat to that island because, it's too much hassle. So people usually just fly there and rent a car. And renting a car in Jeju is not too expensive. So
a lot of people actually rent a car.
Yeah, most people. So, if there is a car that you've always wanted to drive, like a type of car, like a convertible or, SUV or something like that, like a tank maybe. not a tank, but yeah, just go for it.
And there's this road. It's called
도깨비길?
도깨비길, and it looks like it's going down.
Yeah,
goes downhill.
Going uphill.
Yeah, but it actually goes downhill. So it's like a eye trick or something.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting road.
Yeah, I don't think I've been there, but there are a few places like that in the world, and also a few other spots in Korea too, like other than Jeju Island. So other than that, definitely check out the beaches and also a lot of seafood. Yeah, and if you eat meat, 흑돼지 is really popular. The black pig or black pork. And then I also got a question here about the baby. Is your wife and baby doing well? The baby is 2 weeks past the due date.
It's funny because he was so confident that the baby would come out before the due date. He was like, oh, I'm feeling very good.
Yeah, because I mean, I was right about the baby being a son. Like I had, even before the doctor checked and even before the doctor confirmed it with me, I knew the baby was going to be a boy. So, I was right about one thing. So I thought, okay, I feel like the baby is going to come out earlier, but I was wrong. 2 weeks have passed, but no baby yet. But it's dangerous to keep the baby in the womb like too long. So we will induce labor tomorrow. So. All right.
You must be excited.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited. That's actually why we're doing this today, because I have to be at the hospital tomorrow. And what are your suggestions for the meeting Korean parents for the first time? I heard you have to wear a suit.
Like,
David Ryan asks. So if
whose parents?
Maybe in-laws.
In-laws?
Maybe. Not sure.
Depending on whose parents they are, like if they are your just friends' parents, you don't need to be suited up, I think. But if you are meeting your girlfriend or your boyfriend's parents for the first time, maybe you wanna be a little more formal. Your dress or suit.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with suits. And if you dress up, people will always tell you to dress down. But if you dress too down, people won't say anything because they don't. Maybe they're upset or something. And Robin, do you want to read that comment?
It's Robin from Incheon. I still need to come visit you guys again. I hope you guys haven't forgotten me.
Hey, Robin.
Of course, we remember you.
Yeah. Whenever you have time, whenever you have a day off or when you're not busy, let us know. Yeah, you have our Kakao Talk. And also, Marius asks, Hanu, how do you, who do you enjoy teasing the most, Kyunghan or Hyojin? I do not enjoy teasing anybody.
Kyunghan 언니 and I used to always say that we are the only two people in this whole world, in this whole wide world, that Hyunwoo teases and Hyunwoo hits. He hits women.
No.
He's a kind of man who
no.
hits women.
I don't. It's Hassan Raza.
Hello, it's really great to see Talk to Me in Korean growing so successfully. Thank you so much for everything you guys have done to make Korean learning so easy and interesting to learn. Thank you.
Thank you. We want to make Korean learning easier, like more fun, and we're working hard on that. Of course, like as a small team, we tend to get really busy with everything that we're already doing, like lessons. Like Hyojin keeps sending me tasks that I have to do. Like
that he doesn't do.
no, I do. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but so we are also working hard on better ideas, like better layout, better services, better structure. So yeah, we always welcome feedback. So please let us know. And Chris actually made some suggestions. 천재연 폭포, the waterfall, and 여미지 식물관. There's the what do you call it in in English? 식물관 is like the
you can see a lot of like trees and
plants. Yeah, really interesting place. Also, there's a teddy bear museum too.
네, 맞아요.
Yeah, I found it super cute.
Jesse7, hello, I heard in a drama 내일 보자 or something like that. What does 보자 mean?
내일 보자.
Question. 보자, first of all, you need to know the verb 보다, which means to see or to meet up with someone. And 보자 is you suggest something like something 하자, like 먹자, 보자, 읽자, let's do blah blah blah. So 보자 is see you tomorrow or see you.
Yeah. So that's what you can get away from. Take out of that. 내일 보자. Let's meet tomorrow.
Let's meet tomorrow. 내일 means tomorrow.
Weapon G asks, how is the progress on the cafe? We actually answered the question maybe about 10 minutes ago. So please, when you see the recorded video updated, please go back and watch that part. We gave some detailed answer on that. And Carlos Delphine, I'm flying to Seoul really soon. I would love to meet you in person. Is that possible? Yes, we haven't announced it yet, but we're planning a meetup on the 21st of June and another seminar on the 14th of June. We'll publish all this information on our site. So if you're in the Seoul area, Gangnam area, on the 14th, I'll be there to talk about how to learn Korean effectively and through fun ways. And okay, 식물관 is botanical garden in English. So be sure to check out when you visit Jeju Island, the botanical garden. EGIGI Travel asks,
hi, when you're learning other languages like Japanese or French, do you use English or Korean books? Well, for me, I studied Japanese other than English, and it's much easier for me to use Korean books to learn Japanese. So I used Korean books for Japanese.
I think there's no reason for Koreans to use English books to learn Japanese because Korean and Japanese share a lot of common things. But for French, for me, I never used any Korean books because they're not really good. So I always used English books like by Collins or other big publishers to learn French. So you have to just find a language that is similar to that language that you're learning and then get books in that. Okay, so do you want to read this comment by Kurumi?
Not sure if anyone said this before, but
please keep on reading.
Haru, your voice is really. I'm sorry, my English.
So she just censored the word sexy here. Thank you for saying that my voice is sexy. Thank you. I never thought that before, but Epic Hawk wrote a Korean sentence and asked us to see if it's correct.
갈수록 빨리 한국에 가고 싶지만 너무 어려운 돈이 모아요. 그래서 쩌면 두 좁이 있을 수도 있어요. I got it.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
네.
So I would change it to, how would you change it?
빨리 한국에 가고 싶지만
I want to go to Korea soon.
돈을 모으는 것이 너무 어려워요. 너무 힘들어요.
Saving up is too difficult.
그래서 어쩌면 일을 2개 할 수도 있어요.
Yeah, I might have 2 jobs. And Michelle Young asks this question.
How do you avoid accidentally insulting an older, respectful person in Korean, not using honorifics? What do you do if you end up insulting them.
Yeah, I mean, if you just stick to honorifics or formal speech, you cannot accidentally insult anybody. But if you do, you can just say 죄송해요.
잘 몰랐어요. I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. Well, 잘 몰랐어요. You can say that, and you can always rephrase yourself, and people will not hold it against you for too long.
네. Rain sparkles 16. How do you say I'm nervous in Korean?
How do you say that?
너무 긴장돼요.
긴장돼요.
Or 너무 떨려요.
떨려요. 떨다 is to tremble. See, she hit me like.
I'm sorry. It was an accident.
Well planned. So you ask a question, how do you say I'm nervous? And she's like, oh, you say 떨려. And I'm hit like that.
So, 저는 긴장돼요는 말고 그냥 긴장돼요. It's more 긴장되다. 긴장 is a standard Korean letter, and 떨리다 is a native Korean words. So 떨려요 or 긴장돼요.
Yeah. 떨다 is to shake, so 떨리다 is to be shaken or to tremble. So I'm nervous is 떨려요. And also another question, I don't understand when to use 을 or 를. They're both object markers. So for example, I don't know whose cup this is, but 컵을, it's good for covering your face. Nice. So 컵을, you can try saying it, 컵을, but it's a little bit inconvenient, right?
So if you see the final consonant, which is called 받침, you use 을. Something like 머리 has no 받침. It doesn't end with consonants, so you use 을.
Yeah, great explanation. Here, David Ryan asks once again,
is there a city in Korea that is recommended to see historic elements of Korea? Gyeongju.
Gyeongju? Yeah, I recommend Gyeongju too. It's used to be the capital of Silla before, so you see a lot of historic sites there. So yeah, definitely go check out Gyeongju. And right now, let's take a little quick break. In case some of you are not familiar with this series, there's a series that Kyunghwa has been working on. It's called How Do You Say This in Korean? Of course, you can always ask us on Twitter, TTMIK. You can always ask her on Twitter, Siesta87. That's how much sleep she gets, like every day. 87 minutes of siesta at work. That's why she calls herself that. But you can also use our How to Korean service. It's howtokorean.com. You can see the link on the top of our site. Like you practice, you say anything you want to say, and then you will get corrections from native speakers. But if you have anything that you think other people will also want to know, you can ask us through this particular series. I'll show you also the first few seconds of this series.
Hi guys! Welcome back to another episode of How Do You Say This in Korean? Today I'm going to be talking about how to say I was in Korea for 2 weeks in Korean. Well, it is 저는 한국에 2주 동안 있었어요. Or just 한국에 2주 동안 있었어요. Or you can also say 2주 동안 한국에 있었어요. The word order here.
So that was Kyunghwa's How Do You Say This in Korean.
It's very to the point, and you will learn a lot of things in a short video. So it's very, very helpful.
And we also have another series coming up by Kyunghwa. We don't have any clip yet because we haven't started filming, but maybe I can pretend that I'm Kyunghwa. No. All right. So we have a new series coming up, and it's called Kword Showdown. So there are many words that people ask about, like what's the difference between 잠시 and 잠깐? What's the difference between 아주 and 매우? Or what's the difference between 효진 and Kyunghwa or something like that? So like if you have words that confuse you, in terms
similar
of
words but different usage.
Yeah, you can ask us, and we already have like a lot of words in the list, and then we're working on explaining the actual difference, like what's the difference between 저기요 and 여기요, like 저기요, 여기요 in a restaurant. Like there is a difference, although quite subtle. So we're working on that. So I hope you are looking forward to it. And 고한송 씨.
Hi, it's great to see you guys live right now. I would like to ask how to say I am feeling nervous because I am receiving my
results later.
Wow.
In Korean, I would say 이따가 or 나중에 결과를 받을 거라서 지금 긴장돼요 or 지금 떨려요. And here I have another question. Zofro2165 asks,
as a foreigner, if you visit Korea, how should you act? I don't want to insult or come off as rude to the people of Korea or on accident.
Well, you don't have to worry too much. I mean, if you like behave reasonably, just like you would in any country, you're fine. You're safe. Don't worry too much about it. There will be like small culture differences that you will, experience.
People will understand you.
Yeah. So don't worry too much. And Katie Run says,
hello, it's 5:30 a.m. here in Jordan. Wow, Jordan. We say Jordan.
Jordan or
My
Jordan.
question is about Korean women. Do they prefer to get college education and
comment went up. Okay.
And start a career or start a family earlier? What is the average age for marriage in Korea?
The average age for marriage in Korea is becoming later and later, like, older and older, because my own sister got married 3 weeks ago, a month ago, roughly, at 34.
34 Korean age.
And it's not surprising, it's not shocking or anything, it's,
It's a little late.
Yeah.
But it's not really, really late.
I would say maybe 30, 31.
27, I think, because my friends started...
Yeah, anywhere from 27 to maybe 30 something. And you're in that range. So I know you get a lot of questions. Yeah, and pressure from your parents. Like, when are you getting married, right?
That's the thing in Korea.
So, people, it really depends on the person, like, whether they want to start a family and, just not work, or they want to work. I'm sure you will still work after marriage. The audio is a bit weird. Maybe.
Oops, sorry.
We'll see.
Robot voice. It's all your fault.
Maybe because I'm a robot. Can you guys still hear us fine? Yeah. Let us know. And you wanna pick a question? Corona Miller asks this one.
Why did you ask me to pick one?
Because you were taking too long.
I'm not sure if this has been answered yet, but when will your coffee shop open up?
In the first week of July, or in the second week at the latest. So we have about 7 weeks left. Yeah.
So I think there is a problem with the audio.
Slight interruption in the voice.
You mean China stores or?
We'll see. Alright, so is it much better now? Let us know. Okay, Maivy, thanks for telling us that you can hear us. Yeah. So, please, feel free to ask us any questions, and we do this every week. And this week, we're doing it on a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday because of my personal reasons. Like, I have to go to the hospital tomorrow to induce labor for my wife because the baby is 2 weeks past due date. But and next week we also have election coming up, right?
It's election day on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we are not going to be working on Wednesday. So we're going to be doing the live streaming
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Exactly 1 week from now. And we saw that last week. I can't hear you anymore. Better? Nope. No sound at all. It's okay now. All right. Good.
So we are talking about we did the live streaming today instead of tomorrow because Hyunwoo's baby is coming out most likely tomorrow.
Yeah. So next week we have an election, so we will do it on Tuesday. So if you have any questions, please feel free to send us the questions. We will set up a live stream link in advance, so please leave your questions there.
What time next week?
Yeah. Last week we tried 5 p.m. and not many people found it convenient. So we'll try the same time like today or a little earlier, maybe 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 10 a.m.
Okay.
So yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna go for now. We have a lot of new lessons coming up soon. So like we showed you earlier, the Korean reading is coming up, and we also have we're planning on making a lesson on Twitter in Korean, like all the words and phrases that you can use on Twitter exclusively, and we are also working on an ebook for that too. What else are we working on? Survival Korean?
Yeah, new book is coming up real
soon. Is coming up.
New book is coming out real soon. That we have been working with Keith from soulistic.com, so please stay tuned for that. And also more new books.
Can we show them the cover?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like okay, I'll load it on my phone. So in the meantime, you can entertain the audience.
Look at this. I'm gonna read some comments.
Scroll. Yeah.
This is weird. Something.
Whenever Hyojin touches anything, it breaks.
That's my mom says. It says video froze.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. Congratulations on your baby, Hyunwoo.
Thank you. I'm loading the cover image.
Okay. You guys look 25 years old. Does that mean that I look the same age as Hyunwoo? Because I don't like that. Okay. Sorry, I'm not really good with Hyunwoo's computer.
What do you mean?
Because the touchy thingy, it works the other way than mine. Hi guys, I want to learn Korean now that I'm on vacation, so I was wondering which books from your store should I get? Well, it depends on your level. If you're a beginner, I would suggest to get workbook, the level 1 workbook, and the verbs guide book, which is very useful for beginners. And if you are past the beginner's level, maybe expressions book or some the vocabulary book, which you can benefit a lot from, I think.
Yeah. So I found the cover image sent from the designer. This is not the final cover design, but we have this. I don't know if you can see it. This is a book, Survival Korean, and you see some explanation. Yeah, this is going to be the actual book, like physical printed book, not an ebook alone. So that's what we're working on. One of the things that we're working on. And yeah, is there any question that you wanted to answer here?
What time is it in Korea? Actually, 8. Actually, aging. That's sad because I feel the same. It's 11:51 a.m. in Korea.
And
I feel for you, actively aging.
And thank you for saying congrats on the baby. I'm really excited. And also, I think this is the best comment of the day. Kyla L says regarding the audio problem earlier. Please, if you don't read this,
maybe Hyunwoo broke the audio.
No, come on.
I'm sorry, no English. I told you no English.
Yeah. Kyla says maybe Hyunwoo's sexy voice broke the audio. Haha, thank you. Because I'll never hear this anywhere at any anytime.
Mhm.
Right now it's going to be noon very soon in Korea, and we're gonna go. And thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you next week, and also in another videos. If you want to study Korean, if you just I don't know accidentally listening to us for the first time,
Mhm.
you can go to talktomeinkorean.com or TTMIK.com to see thousands of lessons. We literally have thousands. So keep studying, and if you don't know where to go, just go to talktomeinkorean.com /about, and you will be guided there. And anything else? We're good to go?
네.
여러분 안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
Bye bye.
안녕 윌리엄.
안녕 William. Maybe he's already sleeping.
네.
Bye bye.